Once again, ladies and gentlemen, it's your boy Type R87, aka Carlos Fernandez. Gamer by choice, not by trend. Let's get into this, man. Earlier today, shout out to my boy Ryan the Professional, and shout out to him for bringing awareness with this whole situation about toxicity. And I'm gonna give my take on it as well. There's a lot of people on Twitter, especially gamers, that do not understand the level of toxicity that they produce when they actually state things that are out of context. And sometimes there are other individuals that, like me, myself, that go on Twitter to troll, to have fun, to make jokes about certain things in pertaining to gaming itself. And there are others that take it past that line of actual common sense, of actual, correlation to the subject. You have a lot of people on Twitter that really don't understand what it is to have fun, what it is to make fun of. Where's that line where you have to draw it at? And quite frankly, there's a lot of people on Twitter from the Xbox side that don't really point out the fallacies with those people that they follow, especially on YouTube. Especially on YouTube. You have a lot of people that just really don't understand when something is toxic to when something is being said about with a fun emphasis of a joke. But these certain individuals, when being, pointed out for what they said, they turn on to this toxic demeanor that they have to make threats. They have to say things that are out of proportion in order to make their points across. Hey, when that's that point, it's not gaming anymore. When it's up to that level, it's not gaming anymore. Threatening somebody with racial slurs, with sexual preference or orientation rather, that's when it's wrong. Threatening the life of a person over games, that's wrong. When you threaten a person with any kind of form of retaliation, whether it be physical or verbally, you're in the wrong. And for the past couple of days, I know everybody's been touching this topic on J-Dubs. And shout out to my man J-Dubs. Yo, keep your head up, fam. He got banned over a simple, pun intended joke. He got flagged for something that was just not up to that level to get him banned off of Twitter. But then you got other people that are actually supporting the ban of J-Dub, somebody that has contributed so much to the gaming community, somebody that's just been genuinely a gamer, a person that looks out for every single person in the gaming community. An outspoken person. Yeah, he shows up on podcasts, he makes fun of the situation, but that's just what you do when you're doing a podcast, or when you're on a live stream, or when you're on Twitter. You make fun of the situation in order to lighten the atmosphere, in order to make things fun. But you got certain individuals that they get butthurt from said comments, or from statements that don't really pertain to anything than just the point right there. You're a fanboy. You like this preferred platform. So I'm going to make fun of it. I'm not going to say, oh, I'm going to talk about your wife, your kids, and I'm going to, make death threats to you and make videos about me threatening you. And shout out to Showstopper. Yo, Showstopper, my brother, I seen that video about that supposed Sony fan That's not a Sony fan, bro. That's all I gotta say. That dude is not a Sony fan. These people need help. Some of these gamers or supposed ponies and Xbox supporters, they need some help. Y'all guys need to get reevaluated. Go to a counseling session. Talk to a psychologist. What's up, Stardust? Aquí en la onda, mi hermano, también. But these people just really need to understand that if you have an issue, don't go to the route of just going negatively. If you have an issue with something, point it out. Talk to the person. Hey, yo, listen. It wasn't right what you said about me. I felt that you disrespected me. But don't go try to call other people to band in and try to ban the person for a pun intended joke. That's not the way, man. That's not the way to be a gamer or a person that, or just being a genuine person in general. That's not the way to do it. It is shameful that there's a lot of toxicity going on in the gaming industry, you know, just in gaming, even in the communities. It's sad. And I find it very appalling that these guys are still supporting certain individuals' actions and stating that they don't see nothing wrong with what's being done. First of all, if you was in that person's situation, in that person's shoes, you will actually feel just the same way as everybody else is feeling about the situation with J-Dubs. You will feel the same way. You will act the same way as everybody that's been supporting J-Dubs throughout this whole ordeal. You will feel that same way. It doesn't change nothing. It really doesn't. Whether you don't support the situation or not, I'm pretty positive that most of these Xbox, if we was to ban Colt, Mooch, Crap Gamer, any set person, they would go out and start a riot. They would go out and put on the banners. Oh, they're unjustifiable. They ban good people. Yo, what's good, Savage Uger? How you doing, my brother? They banned my favorite YouTuber. They banned my favorite person on Twitter. But since it's a person of color, it doesn't really matter, right? Since it's a person that, you know, was trolling a white man, it doesn't really matter, right? You see, this is why I say that this is more underlined than just a simple comment or a pun intended joke. There's more underlying to this ban than what anybody understands and what anybody comprehends. That's where the problem is at. And most people don't understand that. Gaming is about the unification of people across all multitudes of diversity and backgrounds. Gaming does not see color. Gaming does not see whether I'm Arabic, Hispanic. Gaming does not see that I live in Russia, Zimbabwe. Gaming does not see that. Why? Because gaming is something that was created to be universally unifying for individuals in order to feel, in order not to feel, but to enjoy the artistic views. Yo, Captain Thug Nasty, yo, shout out, man, shout out. Thank you for the support, man. Thank you for the subscription as well, man. As you can see, man, I'm trying my best, and my heart is just to create a lot of content and trying to shed a little bit of limelight into this gaming, this gaming world, and also bring some kind of awareness to the fallacies and within the gaming, the gaming community, because you got a lot of people that take this gaming thing to heart, and it shouldn't be to that point. It shouldn't be to the point where you have to literally make death threats and you literally have to show allegiance. That's what's up, man. And show allegiance to a brand that doesn't really care about you, man. These companies, especially Sony, they really don't care as much as you think. Same could be said about Microsoft. Same could be said about Nintendo. They only care about how much you buy from them and what they take from you. That's all what these companies really care about. But you got certain individuals within the gaming community that take it to heart and think that we're just being negative towards the brand. No, we're just trying to help you elevate critical thinking in your mindset, man. We're not here to tell you, oh, you can't buy the Xbox because it sucks. No, we're not here to say that. We're just trying to point out, stop defending something that doesn't benefit everyone else. Nah, man, that's what's up, man. I don't see color barriers, Captain Thug Nasty. I really don't. I just keep it 100 with everybody, especially my brethren from here, from New York City, man. I got a lot of friends, man. I got a lot of friends from different multitudes, different diversities, different cultures, and I represent the multitude of diversity here from New York, man. That's just the way I am. I was born in the Bronx, born in New York City, so I'm used to seeing a lot of people from different backgrounds, and I could relate to them because that's what's needed in the culture, man. Everybody has to learn from each other, but some people don't understand that. They rather just use the skin color privilege in order to get by. Just because I'm more light-skinned or fair-skinned than the next person, it doesn't take away from what I am. I'm a human being. I am subcategorized as a Homo sapien. And that's where it is at. I don't know, man. There's some people that just don't really think long and hard. And don't use their logic. And only really use that mindset. Damn. Bro, you're just a normal person just like me. And I'm pretty sure Dealer and Cult are very normal people. But you see, they have this little ego within their heads that makes them think that they're quote-unquote celebrities, and they try to use this celebrity egos in order to push their agenda onto other people and create this cult-minded behavior. And if you guys know exactly what I'm talking about, man. You know exactly what I'm talking about. All these people that follow Cult and Dealer and Mooch and all of them, they're all hive-minded, culted individuals. They think that they're following or they're praising a fucking God. And, bro, why would you praise something that's like this? That's plastic. That's plastic. Why would you praise that? What do you gain from praising a plastic box? What do you get from praising a controller? What do you get for praising designs of a gaming system? What do you gain from it? Because all I see it is as a materialistic thing. Something that is objectifiable to being thrown in the garbage after it doesn't fucking work. Are you going to get buried with your Xbox when you die? No, because you're dead. You're not going to be able to use it. You're not going to be able to do anything with it. So why go to that route of creating a falsified religion over a piece of plastic? That's where the bigger question is at. Why these individuals that are within the Xbox community, right? Especially those who I mentioned, are actually, rather say, nah, what's up, Robert McLeod? I know, I feel you, man. I feel you. I know. But why these individuals are trying to create this mystified ambiguity within the gaming community, as if Microsoft's Xbox brand is the go-to brand and you should be loyal to that brand because of what they offer to you. Newsflash, Microsoft provides the same amount of services that everything. It's being done within all platforms. The same thing can be said for Steam. The same thing can be said for GameFly. The same thing can be said for any company that provides entertainment. Microsoft is doing the same. It's not different. It doesn't do anything different than the other ones. Only difference is just you're spending money to just have entertainment in your living room or in your bedroom or wherever you choose to play your games at or watch your movies or whatever you do. But that's the problem with people. They really don't understand. They don't use that common sense in order to gain that extra level of reality. They'd rather just be stuck behind one of these, behind a keyboard, talking a whole bunch of nonsense, being very racial about their preference of platform, and just make something that's positive, as simple as gaming, and turn it into a negative alternative to go rant and bash other gamers. That's where the problem is at. There's too many Twitter fingers and not enough Picassos. Not enough Albert Einsteins. Not enough Martin Luther Kings. Not enough of anything to just make everything positive. Thanks, Titanfall. Thank you for the support. But yeah, man, I could really care less how many people open my streams, man. I'm just trying to bring a positive message. I'm just trying to give my insight. You understand? I'm not here to chase subscribers. I'm not here to chase a religion for a plastic branded piece of material. I'm not here for that. Yes, that I buy my consoles and I play them and I enjoy them. Yeah. Just like any other normal person. That I defend? Nah, I really don't want to defend. Why should I defend Sony? Why should I defend Microsoft? Why should I defend Nintendo? Why should I defend PC? Why should it go to this point where you have to actually defend something when it's really not benefiting you anything in life? That's where the main concern is at. What does it benefit you from buying these consoles? The only benefits that you get from buying the consoles or buying PCs or buying any electronic device is entertainment, pure entertainment. This iPad that I'm using right now to live stream to you, I'm using my voice, my opinions to project out a message. It might be entertainment, it might not be. It doesn't float for some people, it floats for other people, but it's just what it is. It's something for people to just view, look, and move on. But you have certain individuals, once again, that take things to heart, that try to make it look like it's wrong for you to support a certain brand over what they choose. And quite frankly, everybody has open choice and freedom to choose what they want to play, what they want to support, what they want to do in life. Everybody has that right. Now, the only thing that I can say that's wrong is actually using threats, and like I said, and as I stated before earlier in the video, using threats, racial slurs, and sexual orientated preference for that person, because you're disrespecting people. I know, Robert. I know. And congrats on the 3,000 subs, man. Hell of a content that you have in your channel, man. I always view your videos. Don't think I don't. I view your videos. But this whole platform, this whole social media platform, the way things are being portrayed, I feel that people should start waking up and start using the logic. Start using things that are actually positive. Something like how my homegirl Titanfall Princess be doing. Stream you playing your games, man. Stream playing video games. Doesn't matter if you get 5 or 4 people up in your stream. Just let them view it. And even if you get 20 or 25 views on it, bro, you have touched 25 people in a different way. You have shown people something. But don't go behind a podcast trying to play it off and try to be all nonchalant, and then what are you getting to? You're just being false with yourself. You're trying to create a persona in front of a demographic of people, and you're showing something that you're not. You're showing something that you're really not. And that's why I respect Titanfall. That's why I respect Ryan. That's why I respect Ash and Luca. That's why I respect Gaming Forte. That's why I respect Metcommas J. That's why I respect a whole lot of people in this gaming community. And Craig Harris, Jay Fonzarelli, OBJ the Don, Almighty Next Gen, Proto Rock. A lot of people I have respect for them because they try to put relevancy into the gaming and into the gaming community and not create this cult-minded bullshit, bro. And that's where Crap, Mooch, Colt, and Dealer are wrong for doing. They're trying to create this cult following for a brand that doesn't really give two shits about you. The fact that Phil Spencer, the head of Microsoft Gaming's division, actually banded Crap for even showing up to a Microsoft-orientated show, that tells you a whole lot about how his level of toxicity has hit that all-time high. The fact that some dudes from Brazil are praising the floor on a showroom for Xbox. There's something wrong with these people, man. There's something wrong. Mentally, there's something wrong with these people. I don't know if it's the color green or because I don't know, man. Like, I don't consider myself a pony. I don't consider myself an Xbot. I don't consider myself a PC Master Race elitist. I consider myself a gamer beforehand. That's what I consider myself, a gamer. First and furthermost, a gamer. I don't care about brand allegiance. Why? Because I have open options to play on whatever platform I choose. Now, that I want to call out on the bad practices that they have, especially with microtransactions, and that they're trying to screw people over those microtransactions, yeah, I have every right to say so because just like you guys, I'm actually a consumer as well. And I like to, show my concern for the gaming community and point things out that I have to legitimately say, oh, I rocks with Xbox because of the services. No, I don't like the Xbox services. I really don't. But do I have to use it? Yes, I have to use it because that's what they offer. But that I have to defend it every single time because somebody says something about it? No. That person might have an experience that I'm not experiencing through the purchase of that console. Because not all ecosystems are created equally. The Xbox may have certain things or certain features that the PS4 doesn't have, but it doesn't make it better than the PS4. And so can be said for the PS4 in correlation to the Xbox. And so can be said in correlation to PC and Nintendo. All ecosystems have their own negatives and positives. But you got certain fanboys that get riled up, that they think that you're talking bad about their choice of preference, that they feel that they have to defend it. Bro, you don't have to defend nothing. All you have to do, if you really want to look like you're doing something positive, look at the negatives first, and then show the positives. What you don't like about the Nintendo brand? What do you don't like about Microsoft? What do you don't like about Sony? What do you don't like about PC? Yeah, Robert, I know, man. I know. But this is the problem with this gaming community. People are not real enough with themselves in order to point out the negatives. They're not real enough to say, hey, you know what? Yo, you're spitting facts, my brother. You're stating true points to what's wrong with the gaming brand. You're stating true facts and points that actually could affect the outcome of what's to come next. Why don't you guys, especially you Xbox fanboys, why don't you guys go to Microsoft, especially you Colt, especially you Dealer, especially you Mooch, especially you Crap Gamer, right? Instead of creating all this propaganda style content, why don't you just point out all the negatives, right? Point out all the negatives and stop sugarcoating everything. Because under that sugarcoat, there's always shit and it tastes bad. And that's where your problem is at. Your fan base is so toxic that you guys are trying to sugarcoat everything that's wrong within the Xbox gaming community. Or should I say, the Xbox cultists. Alright? Because I'm pretty sure there's a whole lot of demographic of Xbox gamers that are not as toxic as these individuals, and that are not as toxic as the people that follow them. I'm pretty sure of that. But the problem is that you're always guilty by association. Something that my homegirl Ashley Luca can tell you. Guilty by association because of the brand that you rep, right? So let's step away from the I represent this and let's start being gamers. How about that? Let's start being gamers and not represent the brand, but represent the gamer by choice, not by trend analogy. Be a gamer beforehand, not a brand slave. When I say gamer by choice, I game for my choice and my preference. When I say not by trend, I don't go along with what everybody else is saying. I don't go along with the trends. I don't go along because I have to be a follower. All right? I want to be a leader, further and foremost. I want to be a leader. I want people to say, yo, that dude right there, he speaks the truth. That dude right there doesn't hold back no punches. That dude right there states it how it is. But you see, this is the problem with individuals such as Colt and Dealer, Crap and Mooch. They're not leaders. They're not leaders. They're followers. They only follow the trends that are going on. They don't emphasize on making things more positive than what they already are negatively at. And that's where the biggest problem is at with the Xbox gaming community. You guys have a bunch of toxic YouTube creators, a bunch of toxic Twitter dudes that don't really care about gaming. All they care about is that little magical number on the screen, and the more subscribers and the more followers they have, they feel happy. Because why? Because they're feeding their ego. They're getting more egotistically better. That gives them a natural high. It gives them that effluence of, oh, I got so many people, I feel like I'm the shit, I feel like a celebrity. And bro, you're not a celebrity, my mans. You're the smallest denominator of a celebrity in this entire world. Let that sink in. You're just a regular dude on YouTube just making content. You're not Steven Spielberg, man. These dudes try to act like they Steven Spielberg, like they're creating freaking critically acclaimed movies when they're talking about the Xbox brand. And bro, you're just spitting hot garbage. You doing all of this extra, little guitar, ding, 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 for what? What are you trying to do? Well, you're trying to create an attraction to your channel because you play on a guitar? Ooh, whoop-de-doo. I know a lot of people that play guitars better than Colt Eastwood. And on YouTube. But that's what I mean. Instead of being celebrities, be a normal person. Bring out positive messages through your content, not the opposite. Don't be biased. That's number one. Being biased to just one brand doesn't really help the situation. It doesn't really make anything better for the community because all you're doing is creating a separation of anxiety amongst people. And that's where the biggest problem is at. There's a lot of separation anxiety amongst people. Everybody gets anxious when somebody talks crap about PlayStation. Everybody talks crap about Xbox. Oh, we got to defend Xbox. Oh, they talking about Nintendo. Oh, they talking about PC. Like, enough with the bullshit already, people. Grow the fuck up. Grow the fuck up. I go on Twitter, I have fun with these dudes. Like, I really do have fun talking to dumbasses on Twitter. Because that's exactly what I see. Nothing but a lot of fucking dumbasses on Twitter. And same can be said for YouTube. You have a lot of dumbasses in the chats on Twitter. A lot of dumbasses. But hey, who am I to say anything? I'm just I'm just a dude, man, and that's it. That's exactly what I am. I'm just a normal person. I'm not trying to be a hood celebrity on YouTube. I don't want to be. Why would I want to be a celebrity on YouTube when I'm just trying to create a message so that it can go to certain people, so that it can actually correlate to what I'm doing, so that it can actually relate to the situation. I'm not on YouTube to get subscribers. And I'm being honest, man. I'm not on YouTube to have a great following. The only reasons why I'm on YouTube is because it's fun for me to talk about gaming. It's fun for me to share my experiences with people. That's what I'm on YouTube for. That's my whole emphasis of being a YouTuber. To be humble, man. To show people that, yo, this dude is on YouTube. He's just a regular normal guy just like me. I could create content just like him. Instead of doing all this other extra, super gadget wizardry headlines, Xbox, Metacritic scores don't matter. Not anymore. Like, come on, man. Who cares about Metacritic? The only people that care about Metacritic is the ones that are actually invested in the console war. And that should be the investors, not the content creators on YouTube. The investors are supposed to be the ones actually invested in Metacritic scores. Why? Because they're the ones funding the money for these games to be made. They're the ones funding the money for the companies to produce the games and produce the consoles. Those are the ones who should be worried about ratings, not the gamer. Yes, to a certain extent, the rating is something, beneficial to warrant the purchase of the product, but it's not the entirety of its content. Because you could play a 69 rated game and you think the world of it. You will think the world of that game. Why? Because you're enjoying the experience. I have played plenty of crappy ass games in my day. And I'm not going to hold you. I have bought so many crappy games, but they create entertainment. I actually like them. I like playing them. A lot of people might say, oh, ew, that game sucks. Well, it doesn't suck to me because I'm having fun with it. Now, in the questions of Sea of Thieves, there's a different situation. That game is just shallow as shit. And I'm being dead honest. It is shallow as shit. It's a good concept. It just doesn't have a backbone. It never will, never have. That they're actually doing DLC for it now, the DLC should have been there from the get-go. Then that game would have been more successful than what it is now. But that's just my opinion, right? That's just my opinion. I don't think Sea of Thieves is a great game. State of Decay 1, I love, but people say it sucks. Nah, State of Decay is lit, man. Actually, the first State of Decay was super lit. Like, I can attest to that. That was a fun game to play. And so is Part 2. The only problems I have with the State of Decay series is just is very buggy and laggy. The Undead Labs always had that problem with the games being laggy up to this point. That they don't play, they're not optimized to play the way they're meant to be played. I know, Robert. I know. I love SOD 2, man. I love State of Decay 1 too. I mean, I played a whole lot of slew of games, man. But to tell you the truth, the most disappointing game that I have played so far has to be Sea of Thieves. It has to be the most disappointing game that I've played so far. Not that everybody else played. I played Sea of Thieves. I tried it out. I did some of the sorties, some of the fetch quests, and it felt super shallow, man. If you don't have nobody else to play with, you're not going to play the game. You're not going to play it. And I'm just being honest. I'm waiting for that Skull and Bones, though, from Ubisoft. I'm really looking forward to that game. Yeah, man, but these people, man. These people. We as gamers, we got to bring unity into this gaming in this gaming community, man. We as gamers have to point out the toxic ones. Regardless of what they say, how they do it, just point them out. And if you see something really messed up, hey, yo, my mans, cut it out. You're being toxic for no reason. Cut it out. Because it really doesn't matter what preference you have. That you play on Xbox more than the PS4, then hey, more power to you, man. More power to you. But it doesn't change the fact that you're a gamer. You're a gamer at the end of the day. Regardless of what platform you choose to play on, you are a gamer. The only thing is, don't subjectify yourself to one brand. Don't subjectify yourself to following the trend. Don't subjectify yourself to being toxic. That's the only thing you have to do as a gamer. Don't subjectify yourself and enclose yourself in an atmosphere where the only thing you see is blue or green. Like what? The hell? Those are just colors. It really doesn't really mean anything. Colors are colors. Anyways, man, I'm gonna cut the stream a little bit short. You have a blessed night. And as always, man, we are all gamers by choice, not by trend. And shout out to my boy Ryan, the professional. Yo, bro, don't worry. I'll be there someday when I get my 103 platinums. Right now, I'm just taking my time. My sweet, 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 sweet time. Y'all have a good night. Stay blessed. And deuces.